friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jude. If you're new here, welcome. And I thought I would just make a video just thinking out loud and wanting to know your feedback of the events that have happened in our country over the last weeks. There's been so much violence for us to see, and of course social media being that it's right in your face. You can see it as it's happening, and it really shakes you to the core, doesn't it? Starting with the Annunciation shooting at Mass in Minneapolis, where 2 children lost their lives, and many of those that were hurt are still struggling. Sophia Forchus, who I have been praying so hard for, she was the 12-year-old girl that was shot in the head, and praise God that she is making progress. So keep on praying. Keep on praying for the repose of the souls of all of those who have been killed, for the 2 children at the Annunciation Parish, Harper and Fletcher, for Irina, who was that young woman who was riding the light rail in Charlotte, North Carolina. How horrible. I couldn't really watch that, and of course social media played it over and over and over and over. And I think the most disturbing thing about that was seeing the fact that this poor young woman was just going about her business, not knowing that behind her there was a monster who was going to attack her and kill her, that stabbed her, and then people on the train didn't do anything. They just got up and left the train at their stops. Many were filming her laying there bleeding to death. Shame on humanity. What is happening? And then of course we're all rattled. We're all still grieving Charlie Kirk's murder. A young man who really spent his life wanting to touch the hearts of young people, calling it Turning Point, his organization, knowing that young people aren't being guided, certainly not by society, and many are just kind of cast out into the world, being swallowed up by their phones, no guidance. And I think he was such an example of a strong Christian man, husband, father, a role model for those young people. Charlie Kirk was someone who not only talked the talk, but walked the walk. And obviously he made an incredible impact, and his legacy will go on stronger than ever. I was trying to find positive lights amidst all these tragedies. I was trying to see, did anyone make an attempt to intervene for that poor woman, Irina, on the light rail? I guess there was somebody eventually that tried to come and apply pressure to the wound, but it was too late. I could find a thread of hope in the Annunciation mass shooting in Minneapolis. I guess it's a tradition there that the younger children have a buddy, and that's an older child that's kind of their mentor. Children are assigned to that younger student, and they're to be a role model for them. The children were at Mass that morning, and when the shots rang out, those older children went to the defense of those younger students. Can you believe it? It was just in an instant, they were protecting them. They were throwing their self to cover them. They were getting them under the pews to get away from the gunfire and all of the glass shattering everywhere. It happened as a matter of an instinct that they were moved to do that. So I'm trying to think about that going forward. I'm trying to think about that there is goodness in the world. And I suggest something. We all use our phones. They're helpful in so many ways. Obviously, I do my ministry work using my social media platforms. But there has to be a limit. We have to draw the line. How many times are we going to rewatch violent incidents? How many times are we going to just have that reel or have that clip be rewatched over and over and over again? Because in a way, I think that is what is desensitizing us by seeing it over and over and again, where we just almost become numb to it. So let's get the information that we need and not get swallowed up by it. Let's move on and do. That's one thing that Charlie Kirk's example showed, how his passion and his love of God and truth is reaping the benefits among the youth. So let's keep praying for those that have been impacted by violence, praying for those family members that have lost loved ones because of the violence. May they feel God's loving arms around them, comforting them in their grief. And for those that have died, may they rest in peace, love, and light with Jesus forever. So please share your thoughts. How are you handling the events of the last couple of weeks? If you're new to my channel, I'd love for you to subscribe and join this community of people that want to spread the gospel. And that's one of the things that I'm doing in memory of Charlie Kirk, is every day I'm sharing a Bible verse. So keep spreading that good news. And until my next video, peace and love. God bless.